Hello, everybody. We are Gilmore Incorporated. My name is Brianna, along with Alyssa, Rain, and Jordan for our group. We decided to focus our NACE skills presentation on the competency of teamwork. We believe that this is just a really dire skill that should really be elaborated on. So we decided to take this opportunity to really focus on this issue and enhance it with our report titled Building Stronger Teams in Modern Workplaces.
All right, jumping into the introduction, why teamwork matters. Collaboration is an essential skill in education and in the workplace. Adults are often expected to work well in teams by learning from prior experiences and without any necessary formal training. Modern workplaces often present two great challenges. This includes diverse personalities or experiences and hybrid work and global teams. Right now, there is a clear gap in teamwork instruction as people transition into higher education and professional environments. Effective teamwork has become much more challenging and at times less achievable without the targeted support from workplace peers. One of our core priorities at Gilmore Incorporated is to provide intentional support, education, and workshops to build effective teamwork skills. We hope to strengthen collaboration to improve teamwork performance and overall organizational success.
So, a big part of our report was really focused on a statistical analysis, and we felt that this was necessary because you can think there's an issue, but you need data to support it and back it and kind of prove why you needed to focus on this. So we decided to compare two different forms of studies. We did our own private study, and then we found a publicly available study. So our first study was our private one. We sent an anonymous survey to a variety of employees, healthcare, banking, just kind of people in a variety of different roles. We have hourly employees that just kind of work support roles all the way up to management and everything in between. So because of that, teamwork in the workplace, we kind of determined a lot of data and just really backed our reason for focusing on this issue. So the first biggest thing was 73.3% of employees believe teamwork is important. So that's huge. So if everybody agrees that this is important, then it's also important that we heighten our skills. With this, 78% stated that they would attend a workshop to help their growth, which is another reason why we felt this presentation was so important. One thing we really gathered was that teams are functioning at an average level today, and intervention really is needed. A few of our questions are shared here. We said, how would you rate your current team's ability to work together effectively? And with that, only 20% stated that their teams are excellent, and 46.7 believe it's very good, with 26.7% at average. Our goal is not to just have average teams. We want excellent teams. So again, this is just really crucial and really backing our belief. We also asked, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your current satisfaction with your level of teamwork today? And majority rated their teams at an 8 out of 10, which if you compare that to a traditional grading scale, that's pretty average. That's about 80%. So yeah, so again, just backing our support. So comparatively, there was a public survey published by Gallup, and they are a nationally regarded company just regarding employee data and statistics. So their survey, Employee Burnout Part 1, the 5 main causes, was sent to about 7,500 people. And although it focused on burnout, we really noticed within this survey that a lot of these issues that cause burnout could actually be treated with effective teamwork skills. So everything kind of boils down there. Again, intervention is needed. So what are the five main causes of burnout? That would be unfair treatment, unmanageable workload, a lack of role clarity, lack of communication and support from the manager, and unreasonable time pressure. Unfair treatment, strong teams, they really just kind of respect each other, so you wouldn't feel that lack of unfairness that some employees report. Strong teams are able to delegate their work properly, so there would not be an unmanageable amount of work. Role clarity, again, you would just kind of be more certain of your role and what's expected of you. Um, a supportive manager is a good example of a strong team player, so that's also crucial as well. And same with unreasonable time pressure. You wouldn't have struggles meeting your deadlines or anything if your team functioned properly. So, this data, again, really just honed in on why teamwork is so important and why we needed to continue this report.
All right, so based on some of the survey answers, we kind of thought that these would be the best words and adjectives to use for change. So these are several factors that contribute to creating a collaborative and teamwork-based environment. By integrating these factors, teams will thrive by using determination, independence, and employee empowerment while completing tasks at Gilmore Incorporated. So the first one is offering open concept workspaces for easy collaboration between peers. So this could include having open breakout rooms or bulletin boards posted. The second is to assign roles and tasks to individuals in an effort to keep things organized. So these would include lower, middle, and upper levels of management roles, guest coordinating roles. Number 3, set clear goals and devise detailed plans. Acknowledge and celebrate the team on their hard work and show appreciation to everybody. And conflicts will occur, so it's important to recognize and solve those problems as soon as possible. Encourage employees to attend events outside of work. This will increase their comfort level and form a healthy bond between each other. So this could include picnics or holiday get-together parties. And then lastly, grant employees the autonomy to make their own decisions, which will ultimately improve their feeling of employee empowerment.
Perfect. So, teamwork is one of the most important parts of any business project, but issues often show up early if we pay attention to the signs. Detecting these problems early helps teams avoid much bigger setbacks later and keeps everyone aligned on expectations. One of the first warning signs is unclear communication. This can be things like vague instructions, inconsistent updates, or team members accidentally doing the same task twice. Another early sign is an uneven workload, where the same few people end up carrying most of the project while others are disconnected or unprepared. A third sign is interpersonal tension. This can be subtle at first, like people interrupting each other, holding back ideas, or looking uncomfortable during discussions. Once we notice these behaviors early, we can step in before they grow into conflict or miss deadlines. When early teamwork problems go unaddressed, they quickly start affecting the entire project. The team can miss deadlines because people are confused about their tasks or working at different speeds. Responsibilities become unclear, and that confusion can lead to frustration or burnout. This, especially for the people who are doing most of the work. Interpersonal issues can also grow into bigger conflicts that take much more time and energy to resolve later on. As collaboration starts to break down, the team's overall job satisfaction and motivation drops. This is why catching these issues early is so important, as it prevents these negative outcomes before they even have a chance to take over the project. To solve these issues, teams can take a few simple but effective steps. The first is holding an early alignment meeting. This is where the team clarifies goals, assigns roles, chooses communication methods, and sets deadlines. When everyone knows what's expected, there's far less room for confusion. Another helpful strategy is doing regular check-ins. These don't need to be long meetings, but can be quick updates that are enough to see if someone is stuck or overloaded. They also make it easier to shift tasks around so no one is carrying too much of the workload. Creating psychological safety is another key solution. This means encouraging people to speak openly and respectively, and using I statements for feedback, so that feedback stays productive rather than blaming. Finally, using collaborative tools like shared documents or project management apps keeps everyone informed and on the same page. That transparency makes the team more organized and reduces the chance of miscommunication. Together, these strategies help teams stay proactive and prevent small problems from going into major setbacks.
So there is a lot of myths involving teamwork, and I just have a few listed here that I will go over. But first, teamwork is often praised, but it is normally very controversial. Some people argue that working in groups causes slower decisions or uneven workloads or kind of pressures everyone to think in one certain way. Others say collaboration is essential for solving complex problems. These mixed views show that teamwork is not automatically effective. Its success depends on how the team is structured and supported. So, a couple of myths that I have here are all teams need the same structure. So that is not true even in the slightest. And then I have the reality. Teams need different structures depending on their purpose. So when it comes to banking teams or healthcare teams, obviously those specific types of teams need different structure, but it also depends on what type of people are involved in the teams, what they need, what sort of things that would help them and be more beneficial to the group entirely. The second one I have is teamwork means everyone does an equal amount of work. So in reality, effective teamwork is about balanced strengths and not identical workloads. Individuals contribute differently based on skills, roles, and expertise. Even in our group, I know that Brianna is super organized and she kind of put a bunch of our or put it all together pretty much, but also the other people in our group did a lot to help. So I don't, we wouldn't be a team if one of us was, didn't pull their weight. And it's not about equal weight. It's just about what, like they said, your strengths. The next part I have is a team will naturally figure things out over time. I hear this a lot. I work in healthcare, and that's not always true. Teams need intentional structure, clear goals, defined roles, communication, and communication norms to perform well overall. I think that's kind of self-explanatory. Everything just needs to be very clear. Everyone needs to know who's doing what, and that overall will help a team do well and succeed. And the last one I have is teams work best when everyone agrees. So in reality, that is not the case. Healthy disagreement produces stronger solutions. Constructive conflict helps teams evaluate options and avoid an overall group think. Like I said in the beginning, some people think a group can tend to, everyone kind of thinks the same way, but in a strong, successful group, everyone's going to have their own opinion. Their opinion should be able to be shared, and that might make other people think differently and kind of pull the, oh my gosh, I've never thought about it like that, which is super beneficial when you're working in a team. In the slide, I have a couple of examples of team bonding exercises, so I can just read over a few that I think are super beneficial. So we're going to start off with communication. An exercise to help with communication is called the back-to-back drawing. So the description of that is one person describes an image while the other draws it. This improves clarity in listening. So you really have to listen to the tone, the details, everything that the person is saying to really be able to get the whole image, or to complete the whole image, I should say. The next one is problem solving. So this exercise is lost at sea scenario. So this is kind of similar to a familiar one is if you were on a deserted island. So members rank survival items individually and as a group to show benefits of collaboration, collaborative decision making. So you kind of rank it how you think these items would be important, and then you can kind of hear someone else's and maybe put a different thought in your head of, oh, I never thought about that, which, like I said, is really beneficial in teamwork and team bonding. The next one I have that I think is really important is for trust and building is the trust circle. So participants share challenges and needs to encourage empathy and transparency. That should just be kind of, I don't know if that's an exercise, but that should just be a part of all teamwork in the workplace or whatever team you are a part of. I have the next one that I think is important is creativity. So it's called reverse brainstorming. Teams identify how to worsen a problem, then convert ideas into solutions to encourage flexible thinking. I feel like that one is kind of self-explanatory, and depending on the team, I think that would be really beneficial to bring a group of people closer together. So this is our conclusion slide, and we have a couple of things that we wanted to go over. Teamwork is increasingly vital in today's diverse and tech-driven workplace. Our survey revealed that employees recognize the need to strengthen their collaboration skills and believe training would help them improve. I know I can speak for a couple of my team members, but when it comes to training in the workplace, it's not always the funnest thing it's the most fun thing in the world, but in the survey it proves that people are willing to take time out of their day to improve teamwork in their workplace, to improve the overall quality of their entire workplace. In order to improve teamwork skills, we plan to follow the 7 tips of collaborating. So celebrating, planning, goal setting, empowering, organizing, and bonding. We have also analyzed the importance of early problem detection and how to solve them. So the earlier the problem is detected, the earlier the problem is solved, and that will lead to less conflict in the future. And then lastly, by investing in teamwork development, Gilmore Incorporated can build more confident, adaptable teams, enhance productivity and problem solving, and foster a workplace culture rooted in trust, respect, and growth. So if everyone brings what they're supposed to the table, then whether it's their strengths, whether it's their ideas or opinions, then we can all come together and create a better workplace by creating better teamwork.
And then on to our references. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in, and we really hope that you found this information enlightening as much as you did empowering, and hopefully you can start implementing this in your own teams and your own life. Thank you.